Oh shit, that's right. I got to turn Bluetooth off now. God damn it.
I can hear you.
Yeah, let me try it without it. I can hear you. Okay. So I will say, let me get. I got to start screen record. Don't let me fuck up. Screen recorder, media mic, start recording. And I'm gonna put. Okay. So I'll start real quick. Thank you for joining us today. Today we have Chad Bibler, aka the Hemp Father, here to answer 5 questions about the Cannaverse nomination. Here, I'm gonna start over one more time, Chad.
Yep, no, you're good.
Okay, it's because I say, yeah. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the. No. Okay. Hello, everybody. Please help me welcome Chad Bibler, aka the Hemp Father, as he answers 5 questions about the Cannaverse Nomination Award Show.
Blessings, y'all. I hope you all doing good. It's a lovely day, and blessed to be here and answer some questions and see what's going on, what's happening, baby. We protecting the seed and educating. That's all we can do. So what's
I won't be able
happening?
to have any. So this is downtime right now. I'm sorry, Chad. You're just, you'll wave and then it's going to cut away. It'll
Okay.
come back with the question. And you'll start to, I just don't want you to think why I wasn't in the
Okay.
video. Let me find the question. So I'm going to refresh you on the question. Question number 1, I'll read it to you. And then you can, when I get done reading the question to you, count down 5 to 1 and give your answer. How do you approach content creating that educates and engages your audience while navigating the complex and social stigmas surrounding cannabis? So how do you approach creating your content that educates and engages your audience while still navigating the complex legal and social stigmas around cannabis? Okay, so count down and give your answer.
Well, that's a pretty good question. It's being involved with your community, being involved with patients, being involved with businesses.
I'm sorry, Chad. I'm gonna start you over because I want to make you. I want to make you the full screen guy.
No, you're
So I
good.
recorded me as the full screen. So now I'm gonna. Okay, so I'm gonna. Yeah, we'll go to you. Okay, so I'll refresh you on the question, and then how do you approach creating your content so it educates and engages while still navigating the legal concepts? Okay, go ahead.
Being in tune. You got to be in tune with the people, the community, the businesses, the patients. Reinventing yourself all the time, especially when it comes to education and people who have always been against the seed and the herb. They have this stigma still attached to them. So there's certain ways that you might need to talk to them or seem like they're getting at them,
Re-educate.
to get them engaged with the conversation. And that's really what the whole basis of the Hemp Father kind of was, is I got people to engage and ask more questions before I could reach out to them and educate them. Because not everybody wants to be educated, right?
Absolutely.
So,
Right.
and then you just got to be in tune and you got to persevere. There's challenges along the way all the time with certain people. Some people just don't want to talk to you because you're wearing a pot shirt. You know what I mean?
Got long hair.
Long hair, hippie, that old stigma. Uh, I like to. I'm a consumer in cannabis, but I also see a lot of these new influencers coming out nowadays. They think it's just about smoking herb on the internet, and that's kind of like it's cool to engage like that, but at the same time, it suppresses that
Like drinking
stigma.
a fine wine compared to binge drinking or something.
Right, and it's like, oh, why do I want to listen to this guy? He's just smoking pot all day long, or all they do is smoke weed all day long. You got to be more engaged all the time, and you don't have to be smoking all the time. I know I'm saying that as I'm smoking right now, but at the same time,
Medicating.
yeah,
Yeah,
but
absolutely.
it's just like you have choices in the world, and in this industry, there's plenty of choices. And a lot of people have that choice because they've been blessed right now. Why consume a narcotic pill when you can consume something that comes from the ground first? You know what I
Perfect.
mean?
Okay, good deal. Okay, that's perfect. Uh, question number 2. What trends or innovations in the cannabis industry are you most excited about, and how are you going to incorporate them in your future content?
Well, innovation in the industry is at a high demand right now. If you're an innovator in this industry, you can be in high demand with technology and AI incorporating with the industry like big ag on the outside and big farms. It's gonna really inspire others to be in the industry, not just to be taking care of the plant, but be able to control that computer panel on when it needs to be watered. Like I've been in factories where
Automation.
the AI is so good. There's an eye over the crop, and it can spot if a spider might
Moisture
crop out.
sensors and
Yeah,
everything. Oh,
and it
yes.
just
Interesting.
zones in and tells you you have a problem in this spot right here. Stop it before it spreads. So
Very cool.
AI
That's awesome, dude.
and like I'm working with a certain project right now where I'm trying to incorporate my businesses and other businesses and try to advocate for what's going to happen for the future of dispensaries and how they receive their medication. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So
Interesting.
yeah, I can't reveal too much. You know what I mean?
Stay tuned, huh?
Right, I can't reveal too much, but
Good.
you got to think the future is big and there's high goals to be met. You know what I mean? And if you're not
Yep.
with it, and if you're not on the ride with it, you're gonna be wishing you were. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So
Yep. You're on board now. Good deal. Number 3. You'll like this one. Okay, this will be a good one for you. Okay, here we go. Can you share an example of a piece of content that you've created that had a significant impact on your audience or the cannabis community, and what made it successful?
okay, for instance, we bring the long hair back. We bring that stigma back. I was for instance, I'll just give you a story how I became and was blessed the him father. You know, I just didn't overnight this. I was trying to educate people in my community on what was going on with cannabis because Oklahoma was about to, bring in laws and try to
Go on
pass it,
board.
right? Well, there was a First Baptist Church, and you can look this up, just Google my name, that was promoting not to vote for cannabis. Don't put your vote in. They were selling that to their Congress, like rubbing that stigma in the church.
Prohibition, stigma. Yeah.
Right. And you keep that church and state separate. You know what I mean? So
Keep
I,
medical and
right.
religious
So,
separate.
I took a hemp robe and I put it on and I protested against the First Baptist Church. So I educated that pastor that day. He tried to educate me, but at the end of it, it helped the community in all because it went national all over the news where people could look at
Very-
other things and it brought education up. So when I would go into town or cities, automatically they're like, "Oh, you're blasphemy of God." I'm like, "No, but let's talk about urban hemp." You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Who
Open
provided
some eyes.
right? Who
There are some
provided that
closed
to us?
minds, unfortunately, but yeah, there's people that are still on the fence that need to know all the facts.
Do they need to know all the facts? And it's just because they've been put in a bubble and the door shut and not they're
Well, they've been brainwashed for many, many years.
that's the thing about it's choices and opportunities. If you don't make the choice, you won't get the opportunity. So if you're not willing to educate and learn about new industries and new things, then you're always going to be on that stigma.
Stuck in a pattern.
Yeah. So you got to overcome and make that happen.
Very
So,
cool.
that's a good example, and that what that did is that inspired other people, not the people in the church who see me protesting. I'm like, well, that's not what I believe. My pastor's that's not, getting an argument with their own pastor on where they're going to church, and it really pulled it divided people. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
it divided people on the educational form, and now if you look at it, a lot of people invested in the game go to the First Baptist Church if they don't
There you
own a
go.
church, you know.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, there you go. Very cool, man. Okay, we're on number 4. How do you ensure your content is inclusive, representing the diverse community, including medical? This is a good one for you, including medical, recreational, and the advocates.
Listen, there's all the tree, the grass will grow anywhere, and I believe to me it's a religion, it's a sacrament. Every morning, every afternoon, every evening, I I take care of my religion than most people do. Go to church once a week. You know what I mean? So I believe in it. It heals people, right? So
Yes.
you just what was the question? Repeat it again.
Okay, we'll start all over again. Yeah, because this is a good one for you. Okay, so How do you make sure it's inclusive? So you're including everybody in your community. You're not singling out anybody. So how do you make sure that it's inclusive of the medical patients, recreational users, and the advocates? How do you include everybody in your content that you make?
Everybody's human. Everybody, you just got to engage. It's how you engage with people. You know what I mean? Whether I come like, I have a lot of haters in the industry because I come off certain ways, but I'm coming off in a good way. I want you to listen to me. Like, there's things we have to change, and if they're not brought up, nothing's gonna change. You know what I mean? So getting
Yeah.
involved with your community and leaders and your legislators and
Normal. Yeah.
normal, and being part of it, you can make a bigger path, a longer path to walk, right? But the
Yeah.
thing is when you get those many people involved, you're also bringing those people involved and who used to be anti-cannabis at all. They throw you in prison. They throw you in
Yeah.
prison. The DA will kick in your door. The feds will come through your door. But now those people who were on those level agencies have an opportunity to get in the industry, right? But
And worry about the real drug problem.
right, but the thing is every industry is going to have bad players,
Sure. Yeah.
right?
Yep. Yep.
And it's not like you want to go out and call because, oh, I got a bad pre-roll because it was shitty. No, the industry has to control the industry within its industry, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So you can't when I go and I look at grows, if there's something bad in there, I'm going to bring it. I'm going to bring to attention to it. Like, you can't be doing this. You can't do that. You know what I mean? And if you don't take that and understand that, you're going to end up falling. And
Yeah.
it's a pride thing with a lot of people who have money in this industry too, but they don't have
Sure.
no clue on how to plant
Or
a seed.
experience.
No
Yeah.
experience, And so
Well, it's a weed. That's what I've been told so many times. It's a weed. It'll grow anywhere.
listen, this is my saying, and I keep it real. Cannabis, like Oklahoma and other states are regulating it and stuff. It's a garden. There's two things you're going to have in a garden. You're always going to have bad weeds, and you're always going to have snakes. You know what I mean? Not every
Yeah.
weed is good. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
it's just taking care of your surroundings and your community, and paying attention on where you're getting your meds from, learning about who the guy is who owns that company, who's providing those
producing it.
meds. You can't
What's in it and on it.
what's in it, what's on it, what type of person he is. You know what I mean? Does he even know about it? Or
Does he care about the community?
right? Because there's companies
Lots of
now, they're so big that they've been spraying, they're poisoning people. The people who
when they get to a point where if they have a problem and they're going to lose a crop, it could cost them their business. So yeah, they do whatever it means to protect it, whether it's good for us or not.
and they don't care. And that's
Yeah, they care about money.
they
Yeah.
care about money, and that's where people have to understand. Yeah, you're getting a paycheck from this company. Keep saying what you need to do, but eventually you're probably going to have to break away from it, because when these guys do get caught, you don't
It
want to
will
be
be
part of it.
sustainable.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you don't
yeah,
want to be part of that, because the oversight of this cannabis, now the science is going to get more involved in stuff. People are consuming it more. There's going to be a lot of health problems with this cannabis because the industry's not
Quality
regulating
control
it.
will definitely be ramped up.
We have
Yeah.
to regulate it within ourselves. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's not being greedy or cutting people out. It's like, no, you can't do that to your cannabis. You can't spray tobacco on it to get your
Yeah.
patients addicted so they can come back and
Yeah.
keep buying the same strain. Those are real these are real things I speak about. This is on a major corporate level. You know what I mean? And people need to understand that that's going to start spreading to every state. So you got to kind of cut the cancer out before it gets there and it affects
Right.
everybody else.
Absolutely.
Because at the
Good
end of the
deal.
day, the states don't want to take recognition if the patients are getting sick, because they're still
Sure.
going back on that stigma. You know what I
Well,
mean?
yeah, and then they can say they're still using a federally illegal product.
Right. So
Yeah.
I hope I answered that a little bit.
No, that's perfect. Yeah, no, I'll pull the pieces out. There was some good information in there, brother. Okay, so the next one's going to be: what challenges have you faced okay, what challenges? There's lots of challenges as a content creator, though. So this is usually where people talk about the Facebook hatred and stuff. But give it 4 or 5 seconds, and then so we have a nice cut.
Okay.
And so, how do you overcome your challenges as a content creator online?
As a concrete creator online, it's very challenging because it's not that you just don't get blocked and knocked off platforms and shadow banned on certain stuff, but you also got a lot of people, not just you and I, there's a lot of people who watch your video that you don't know who they are. It could be a judge, a mayor, a DEA, FBI, whoever.
They're all in the
All the
community.
above. Just like, for instance, I've had problems where I'm such a creator and they feel like there's people on there are scared of me because of my influence on the internet. I've had city council members come at me. I've had police departments come at me. I've had them write things about me in the newspaper, make stuff up, say, oh, thousands and millions of dollars in taxes just to get the community not to listen to me. You know what I mean? And make me look like I'm a Trump. You know what I mean?
And
So,
what they did to Mark Emery up there in Canada with the seed bank.
right, you know, and
Make an example out of
and
you.
these people who, when you speak out and are influencer and you're an advocate and you're speaking the truth, these people who are doing really bad dirt in the world or in the industry, they will come at
Right.
you with everything they can to not get caught. And you know, so it's
So how do you overcome that?
I keep pushing forward and I keep my eyes open. I keep my ears to the ground. I stay real tight with the community. Like, you know,
Good,
I'm
brother.
tight with
And
the
that's
law.
why you're here nominated as an award for what category were you nominated for
I
again?
have no
I'm sorry. I know. I will cut this out, but yeah, I will. At the beginning of the show, it'll say your name and it'll show all the categories. So I think we got our interview. So there we go. Yeah,
I think there's a
It'll-
couple.
it'll-
I think there's a couple categories I got put in or something.
yeah. I'll list all of them. So
Okay.
when we get off the phone here, I'll have you send over the picture that you want me to start the video with,
Okay.
and then I will cut away to the nomination card with your listing on there, and it'll also have your picture, so the people will know. And then it'll cut into our greeting, and then we'll go from question to question to question. Yeah, they'll flash up, so you won't hear me reading the question during the when you
Right.
watch the video.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
it'll just be a picture and then you talking, a picture, you talking.
Okay.
So, and I'm gonna try to get this put together as fast as I can. I want to get them done same day that these people are doing them. So if we're running close to showtime, I want to get this out there, get it shared. It's helping the show production value as well. We're getting a lot of people getting ready to watch this, dude.
Okay. Nice.
And just so you know, we've got I've been contacted by all sorts of companies, dude.
Nice.
Some big lighting companies, nutrient companies,
Nice.
representatives. You know, they're going to be having agents. They're going to be having some of the representatives checking it out, and some of them said, in case we miss it, you know, could you send us the results of the? We want to know who the fucking content creator of the year and shit like that is. So, yeah, you know, and advocacy is going to be a big one. I think a couple of these people want to know who the winners. I think they have packages for them and possibly
Nice.
offers. And
Nice.
stuff like that. Yeah. So
it's spreading. It's spreading.
It really
I
is,
see you
dude.
keep
Yeah,
posting.
yeah.
I see you keep posting, adding new members and stuff. So that's
Yeah.
you know,
It's
that's
growing
really
and
adding.
growing. Yeah. So now that we've got your interview video, I'll put that up, and then I will send you. I'll send you a message real quick of all. We'll know which the nomination I'll need from you. And this is where we have to keep it kind of short because it's going to be for the award show. I'll need an acceptance video from you. Just shoot me over a real quick, like 30-second video for each of the noms. So if you get nominated for whatever category, Creator of the Year, say thank you very much for the Creator of the Year award. I'm very honored, you know, whatever. And then so send me one of those for each one.
Okay.
And instead of trying to cut away live to people, because if they're not home, we're going to have it all pre-recorded. And yeah, dude, we're going to be sending out like projection screens with 1,000-inch
Nice.
blow up fucking screens and sound systems, some different events and stuff. And
Nice.
people are going to be going in and watching it. Yeah. So,
I'm just
but the whole show is going to be.
glad it's building. I'm just, you know, I seen you
Oh,
guys.
yeah, dude.
I
No,
try
no.
to help. I try to
Yeah,
help
I
you
got
build
that.
as much as possible. And you know, I got a lot of people put on my block list just to the fact that you're like, I'm involved in some serious shit in the state, Troy. I'm really trying to, like, you know, nobody ever wanted to work with cops, but I'm really into the point where I'm like, I have to work with the feds a little bit because I'm trying to clean all these dirty players out of the industry and these people who are getting poisoned. Because there's not very many people who talk about this because they're afraid of what these guys will do to your business and you. And
and their reputation. Yeah, they don't want to make waves and just they just want. Well, those are the people that are there just for the money. You know?
Right. So you see me have crash outs on the internet sometimes. It's just like, man, this shit's so deep. A lot of people have no idea what's really going on. But I have a whole
people get very
team and
emotional
everything.
about it on both sides too, as well. Trust me, I know it's a very sensitive subject for a lot of people, dude.
Yeah, super.
Especially people like yourself.
You know. But I appreciate the opportunity and
absolutely, dude. Yeah. I will share it with you as soon as I get it put together. It takes me a couple hours.
Okay.
But I'll share it with you. Go ahead and preview it. And if you want me to change any parts of it, we can do that before I even post it.
Okay.
So
Okay.
Yeah, and then start blasting it out there, dude. And yeah, very cool.
Okay. And when you get a
I'll
hold of,
send you the QR code,
if yeah, did you
and then
send
I'll
it
send
to
you
me?
I'll send you the QR code and the link to the website so you can start voting and sharing that.
Okay.
It's a Google Doc, so we'll be recording all the votes and everything, and people will get an actual receipt when they vote, so
Okay.
it'll show them exactly who they voted for and everything. So
Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, get those votes out there, dude.
And then when you
Yes.
go ahead, when you call Brandy, she goes by the Hemp Mother. So just so you have that on record.
Okay, who's Brandy?
My wife, which she's the Hemp Mother,
Well,
she got nominated too for education, I think.
okay, then yeah, if she wants to do an interview too, real quick sometime, you know how the interview process goes. Let her know. We could do an interview for her category too as well.
Yeah,
So that'd be cool. Yeah,
I'll tell her.
completely voluntary. But
I'll
yeah, we
tell her.
really would like, and I'm going to reach out to the people like the top 3,
Right.
you know, and really kind of push for those nomination acceptance videos because we got to have something to show on the show,
Right.
you know. So
Right.
yeah.
Absolutely.
But you'll send me over some videos, dude.
Okay.
But I'll get this put together and I will let you know as soon as I can.
All right. Thank you, bud. Have a good day,
Thank
bud.
you for your time, dude.